you're trying to figure it out for yourself. And that is when you're getting way too much information, and information God does not want you to have, because then you become distracted and focused on things that really don't concern you at the moment. And when you do that, you're putting your life on hold and you're delaying God's blessings because 1, you're being disobedient, 2, you're being impatient, and 3, you're allowing yourself to be distracted. What's poppin', people? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why God does not give you full details on your life. But before we get into the video, I'm going to remind you guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend, and leave a comment down below if you want me to elaborate or make a video on something specific in the future. But for now, let's get started. So I want you guys to think of something. I want you guys to go backwards, not that far back, but if you're a 90s baby like me, go back to those That's So Raven days. And I want you guys to actually think about what happened in a That's So Raven episode. Like, cause once I got older, I think about last year, I thought about it and I was just like, wow, that really made no sense. But if you think about a That's So Raven episode, she would get a vision and then she would do something either to make the vision happen or to stop the vision from happening. Either way, the vision happened, but either she would prolong it by getting in the way or she would delay it by getting in the way. And when I thought of this, that is what the revelation that I got when I had to ask the Lord, why aren't you giving us full details? Like, why aren't you telling me if I'm on the right track? Why aren't you telling me if I should go here or there? Like, as soon as I need it, like, why aren't you giving me details? And that's what came to mind, a That's So Raven episode, how she always got in the way. But regardless, the vision came to life. It's just a matter of when and how because of what she did. Basically what I'm saying is Raven had way too much information and she got in God's way. That is why I believe God does not give us full details on our life. So what's an example of too much information? Because we have the internet at our fingertips. We can Google anything we want at any point of the day. So what's too much information? Too much information is trying to find the answer to a question that you asked God for, but he hasn't answered it yet, so now you're trying to put the pieces together for yourself. So I'll show you what that looks like. Let's say you're no longer friends with somebody anymore, or you broke up with somebody and you want to know what they're doing with their life, and God is telling you to move on, bring that person back when the time is right, or you guys will come together when this time is right, but that's not good enough for you. So you want to go and find out for yourself. You want to kind of put a time piece together. You want to put a timeline together in your head. So you go to the internet, you start stalking their social media pages, seeing who they hang out with, who are they leaving comments under, like, you know, you're trying to see, okay, based off of this person may or may not be over me yet. Are they throwing shade? Is that a subliminal message? Like, you're trying to figure it out for yourself. And that is when you're getting way too much information, and information God does not want you to have, because then you become distracted and focused on things that really don't concern you at the moment. And when you do that, you're putting your life on hold and you're delaying God's blessings because 1, you're being disobedient, 2, you're being impatient, and 3, you're allowing yourself to be distracted. So one story that I think of in the Bible all the time when I think about too much information and getting visions and stuff is obviously Joseph. You think about the movie Joseph, King of Dreams, like, he had a vision, he had a dream of what God said he would be, and he told the wrong people. He told his brothers. Granted, he probably thought, you know, okay, they're my brothers, I don't care if they are jealous of me, they wouldn't do anything to harm me. If anything, they'd make fun of me and keep it pushing. But no, his brothers sold him into slavery and going from there. Saying that to say, God may not give you too much information because you don't know how to keep your mouth shut. So let's think about it. We think about the story of Joseph. He told the wrong people, he ended up a slave and going through so many things. Yes, the vision came to life in the end. We don't know if that's how God wanted it to happen, but we do know that's how he allowed it to happen, because obviously Joseph had some growing to do. Because think about if you're in business, or if you're close to somebody and they tell you a secret, they want you to keep it to yourself. They don't want you telling everybody. They may not tell you, okay, don't tell anyone, but when you have a conversation, like an A and B conversation, no one else should really know unless that person gives you permission. And that is the vision that God gave Joseph. And if God didn't say, go tell this person, your mouth stays closed. That's how it's supposed to be. But if he gives you way too much information and you go tell the wrong person, no, they may not put you in a pit or anything or sell you into slavery, but they may speak death over you. They may come against you. They may cause you to doubt and be fearful. They may make you think that you're crazy for even saying that you hear God on something. So You have to be careful of what you are saying, and nothing is wrong with being excited and wanting someone to share in that excitement, but if you do not consult the Lord on who to tell and who to talk to, you're gonna do damage. Because granted, we may not be sold into slavery today, but like I said before, if you tell someone and they cause doubt or fear and cause you think that you're crazy, you are now a slave to fear, doubt, and the thought of craziness. That is now what you are a slave to, and now you have to overcome that hurdle and that turmoil to get to where God wants you to be. Whereas maybe if you keep it quiet and keep it to yourself first, I'm a witness. If you keep it to yourself first, you would probably reach the promise a lot quicker. But if you tell someone prematurely, it's more than likely going to be delayed. And God knows you. So yeah, you can say, well, if he knew how Joseph was, why would he tell Joseph? Maybe Joseph had a pride problem, or maybe Joseph was becoming arrogant. Like, let's say maybe one of the reasons he told his brothers that he was going to be ruler one day and that they're going to bow down to him is because he thought he was all that. He got the coat of many colors. He had the favoritism of his parents. Like, maybe Joseph was arrogant. So God told him, probably like, okay, we're gonna see what he does with this. Is he gonna go tell them, or is he gonna keep it to himself? Let's see. What's gonna rule here? Is humility gonna rule, or is arrogance gonna rule? Is he going to take into consideration his brother's feelings, or is he gonna be all about himself? And obviously we know he was all about himself, so the Lord allowed those things to happen because Joseph had growing to do. And when you think of it that way, a lot of people say, well, God knows your mistakes, he calculates it, blah, blah, blah. He does know your mistakes, but he also knows the outcome if you just don't make those mistakes. So like some people have this argument of, okay, well, if God knows he's going to heaven or hell, what's the point of trying to live right if we're already predestined? That's not necessarily true, because it's like this. God can say, go right, and you're like, no, I want to go left, right? He's going to know the outcome based off of the direction you choose to take. So if he keeps saying, go right, go right, go right, you're going to get to your promise, and you keep going left, 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 because you want to do what you want to do, he's going to know where you end up. So I think that's where people have it wrong. It's not that God knows who's going to go to heaven or hell. He will know who's going to heaven or hell based off of the choices you make, and it's dependent on you listening to him and being obedient. So when you think of Joseph's story that way, it gets to the question of, did it have to happen that way? We don't know. And like I said before, if we do like Raven does and we try to get overly involved and get too much information for ourselves, again, it's all on our choices. So I believe that the Lord does not tell us certain things to save us from ourselves. And yes, sometimes he will tell us certain things just to test us and see, is this person trustworthy? Can I give them more information? How are they going to handle it? Like, are they going to just let me do me and just trust me, right? And that is another reason God does not give us too much information, because he wants us to walk by faith and not by sight. Because if he gave us all the answers to every little thing, there's no need for faith, because we already know, all right, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that, and then yes, by 26, I'm gonna be married and have kids. Like, yes, the Lord already told me. What is the point in faith? You have all the answers already. So that's just another reason. I think that reason's pretty minute and obvious. That's why I didn't say it the first time. Those other two reasons, I think, are the reasons that we usually kind of forget about, because it's not really brought up like that. We usually hear the reason I just said. But when you think about the story of Joseph and you think about That's So Raven, we do that to ourselves often. Either we're trying to find the answer for ourselves because God isn't moving or answering when you want him to, or he does give us answers and we're too arrogant and not humble, and he's going to allow things to happen so that we can get to the promise but be able to handle the promise when he gives it to us, because I'm pretty sure that's what he wanted for Joseph. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this video was helpful, give it a like, hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you want me to elaborate on anything, if you want more clarity on something, if you want more of a visual presentation, because I know there's a lot of talking on here and I try to add slides just to make it a little bit more real, but if I'm not doing enough of that, let me know and I will gladly do so. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't miss Friday's video, which is another 5-day Friday, which I break down key Bible and life principles in under 5 minutes. Friday's topic you do not want to miss. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I just hope to see you there. See you guys next time. Bye.